Hi everyone. I want to do one more video to show you how to look at your gradebook and what you would see when you click on the gradebook functionality in Otus. So I'm over here in Otus, and right now I'm just on my assessment page. Remember, this is where you go. The assessments page is where you go to create the assessments, your rubric assessments, and actually grade them as well. And then over here on the left side, we also have the gradebook functionality. So when I click over here, I get to my gradebook page. Now, like everywhere else in Otis, we have this drop-down menu right here that has our classes. These are the different classes that we've named. You can name yourself, and we talked about that in an earlier video. But you can pick your class, and then on the left side, you're going to see all of the students in your class. Okay. Over here, these are all of the different standards that have been assessed in this class. Okay. And I want you to kind of notice here, as I'm scrolling through, there's a couple of things to notice. First of all, we have these numbers here next to the scores. Okay. These numbers are how many attempts this student has made to this standard. So we can see that student test D has made 3 attempts on the socialized content early human standard. They've made 1 attempt on the socialized content archaeology standard and 2 attempts on the research skill standard. Okay. Remember, according to Otis, the recommended number is at least 3 to make sure that you have the best possible usage of the decaying average. Okay. The next thing to look at is that we also have in here our learning mindset standards, the process standards that we use, and the learning habit standards. We have those learning habit standards over here. And also, I created a pass-fail course standard so you can see that as well. Now, again, if you are teaching a pass-fail course, you're not going to be using the academic standards over here. You're only going to be using the pass-fail standards. Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, we still have the number of attempts for all of these. Now, one thing that can be a little confusing are these colors. So you can see that we have this, the pass looks like orangish, and often is this kind of green, and meeting is this kind of dark, medium progression, both these darker blues. So Otis is set up to have this different kind of color scale, but it's not set up to have the 9 different levels that we use here in Lexington. So you'll see the colors, but the colors really don't mean much within Otis for the way we use it. So just kind of let that be. The last thing to know is that you can always go in here and modify these scores. Okay, so for example, let's say student test 5D. Really, for this learning habit standard, I'm going to say they're consistently. Okay, it's not often, it's consistently. So I can click here. It's going to ask me, are you sure you want to override it? I'm going to say override. And now it's changed to consistently in this kind of bluish color as well. Okay. You'll also notice that the text is bold and there's an asterisk here, like here as well. Okay. That means that you overrode Otis's calculation. It's not a bad thing. It just lets you know, oh, this was an override. Let's say you say, you know what? No, I don't want to override anymore. I want to just go with whatever the Otis calculation is. I can click back on here, and now there's an extra option at the very bottom that says revert score. When I click on there, it's going to say, you want to revert to the Otis calculation. I click revert, and we're back to that often without the asterisk and no bold. And that's what you do to use the gradebook feature in Otis. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.